Hello, this is Jessica Mckay. I am an intuitive counselor at jessicamckay.com, and this is your November Spirit Guide reading for numerologist.com. So go ahead and take a moment to connect with yourself, connect inside, connect with spirit guides, and ask which message is most appropriate for you for the month of November. Message number 1, number 2, or number 3. I'm using the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn. So if you are drawn to message number 1, the card that came up is looking deeper. And it says, deep within me is a majestic radiance. And there's a picture of all these jewels, these different colored jewels, deep inside the mountain. And we tend to always look outside of ourselves for validation or for what we want, when you can give yourself the validation that you're seeking if you open to loving yourself unconditionally, if you can give yourself the love that you feel you were never really given. And often the most valuable things in your life come from within. So your emotions, the things that we tend to avoid and look away from, and we don't want to see certain things inside ourselves because we're afraid that those things are ugly or unacceptable to other people. That's what we were all taught as children. We were taught to don't express anger, not express emotion that would make other people uncomfortable. And so we learned to dislike certain parts of ourselves. And we've all disowned them to a certain degree. And when you start to really look within and really see, okay, what's down there that's so scary? What's in there that I learned was so terrible? And you turn on the light and you see that there's no monster under the bed. It's just a little kid. It's just a little kid. It's just you. It's part of your humanity. All the emotions and feelings and desires that make up who you are. And when you have the courage to look within, you find more things to love about yourself, more things to embrace. And when you do that, they really do become treasures. They become hidden jewels that allow you to make decisions in your life that resonate with you. Instead of doing things to please others or doing things that you think will get you the approval you need, you give yourself that approval, and then you start doing things out of a sense of love for yourself. And that spills over into other people. So it isn't that you're selfish and that you don't care about other people's experience. It's that when you really do what's right for you, everything changes in your life. The doors that need to open up, open up. The people that need to come into your life, come into your life. The people that resonate with you, and the people who can support and respect you the way you support and respect yourself. So there's a lot of stuff that I feel is coming up to the surface for you right now from inside, things that you have hidden away, disowned, wanted to forget about. And these are all beautiful things. None of them are things to push away or feel bad about. They're all coming up for healing, almost like they're little kids who haven't gotten your attention and they're saying, Mommy or Daddy, please pay attention to me. And you give them love when you give them your attention. So that's what's being offered to you this month, is an opportunity to welcome instead of push away, and to accept the things that are starting to rise up. We are all in the midst of a very powerful transformational period here on the planet. And so for many, many people, a lot of old outdated things are coming up to the surface to be released and to be embraced and loved and transformed. So that's the work that some of you are going to be doing this month. And the thing that pops out at me is the diamond at the top, that beautiful golden yellow diamond. And that's a sense of the mastery that you get, the evolution that you're moving into when you embrace all the different parts of yourself. You are above then, you're above the mountain, looking down at the perfection of your life. So that's message number 1. And if you are drawn to message number 2, the card that comes up for you is embracing the future. So it says, I step into the future with an open heart. And what I get from this card is that it hasn't always been easy for you, but it is always easier to be on your path when you have an open mind and an open heart about the future. This card feels like it's about stepping into the future with a sense of optimism. So if you have held a lot of anxieties about where you're going, wondering if you're making the right decisions, wondering if you're in alignment with yourself, I'm also getting the sense that this is for those of you who have had a lot of different ideas, and it's almost like you feel ADD about them, because one minute you're thinking, I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this path, and then the very next day you're thinking, you know what, that was wrong, I'm going to take this other path over here. And so that sense of confusion can fall away when you just focus on this present moment and on how you want to feel. How do you want to feel in your life? This card is suggesting openness, a sense of feeling open. And when you feel open, it's like you don't have preconceived notions about what the moment is holding. You don't have assumptions about how it's going to be, like, oh man, this next year isn't going to be good for me. It's going to be a slog from start to finish. Or thinking that it's going to be the way it's always been, that you're going to repeat patterns that you've always repeated. Oh, nothing works out for me. This always ends up like this, whether that's about relationships or your dreams that you're trying to manifest. If there's a story behind it, you're being encouraged to drop that story and drop into the present and meet your future with a sense of optimism, with a sense that even though things have not been easy, you've always been taken care of in some way. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here watching this video. So your needs will continue to be met for as long as you live, and beyond, and beyond. So to look at your future almost like you're stepping into heaven, like you're stepping into the ultimate, grandest, biggest version of what your life can be. And just to imagine that that is what you're moving towards every moment, even when you feel completely confused, you don't have clarity, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. Those are the times when your guides don't want you to push. They don't want you to strive. They don't want you to keep working hard to try to get somewhere. That's the time when you simply sit with your experience and something will shift. You can always be led by how you want to feel. So just ask yourself, how do I want to feel in my life? How do I want to feel in my relationships? And what can I do to give myself that feeling right now? And then you're in heaven. You're in heaven on earth. So embrace the future possibilities with a sense of hope, because it's from what this card looks like, it's all looking good. It's all looking good. You're on your path. You can't ever be off your path. Okay, so that's message number 2. If you were drawn to message number 3, the card that comes up is expecting miracles, and it says, miracles are blossoming in my life. And I love how it doesn't say hope for miracles or pray for miracles. It says expect miracles. So this is about holding on to the vision of how you want to feel in your life. This feels like it's an add-on from message number 2. So when you expect miracles, you're open to divine intervention. You're open to the most optimistic feeling that we can have as human beings, almost like when you were a little kid and you believe in miracles, you believe in magic as a child. That's what this card is inviting you to step back into. All of us, to a certain degree, give that up because we feel foolish. We're afraid to believe in miracles because we're afraid that we'll be disappointed or that the divine won't show up for us. The rug will get ripped out from under us because those are the feelings we've had in the past. And those are very scary feelings. It makes you feel alone in the universe. It makes you feel betrayed by the universe, that you try and you do good things for other people, but where's your support? And this card is telling you that you are not alone. You have support. And even during those times when you felt really abandoned, that was something being orchestrated in the bigger picture that was helping you to become who you are today. Stronger, more patient, more compassionate, whatever it is that you've learned from those difficulties. So, bottom line is, expect miracles this month. I feel like a lot is blossoming for you, and that it's okay to be in that state of believing in magic. And that state, that mental state, is a vibration, and that vibration, if you can cultivate that, will broadcast out from you, and the universe responds to that in a big way. So that's message number 3, expect a miracle. I'm also getting the message with that something that you have been worried about, really worried about. It feels like one particular area of your life. It might be your finances, it might be worrying about someone who's been ill, or worrying about your own health. This feels like this is a miracle. This is the divine coming to you and saying, you can let this go now. You've pushed hard enough. I've got it. I'm going to take it from here, and everything is going to be okay. So that's really the message that's coming through. So I hope that you will let that in and really hear that, and then let go a little bit of some of that stress and fear. So I hope that these messages were helpful to you. If they were, if you liked this video, please share it. Please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comments below. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time.